How can we create room for like real art? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Sam's the GOAT, man. Sam's the GOAT still. I think, like, I don't know, just like when I look around, when you look around, like everyone sounds like him.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what put me on a real map as like a musician, like a real, like, hey yo, we make stuff. You're not necessarily doing it for any of these people. Do you know what I'm saying? I produced this song for Sam Wise called Rack Up. That people was like, oh, you just found out now? All right. These people, do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Prove it to yourself. Prove it to yourself and give yourself the purpose. Don't make your purpose their validation. Like, what does that even mean? Like, and there was bare people, and I didn't want to say this, but fuck it, let's say it, innit? There was bare people on the ends hating.
Really?
Hating, like, on a serious one, like, oh, what, you think you're bad because you know how to rap? Like that way, like every time his door was open, I would see it kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
I was like, what's that? Like, and I see him make the beats, and it just blew my mind. And this was something I wanted to say on a podcast for time.
Yo, at a time of day that I'm not thinking about the lifestyle. Should I laugh now? Should I cry now? Overthinking, think I need time out. Spend every dime now, need to blow right now.
Right, welcome back to the podcast, guys. It's STHROUGJ. It's been a minute, but it feels very, very, very good to be back. We've got a very special guest here, a man of many, many talents, and been about, if you don't know, you get to know. Kadiata in the house. How you doing, man?
Well,
You good?
man, yeah, good, man. How are you, man?
I'm all good. Busy, but can't complain.
Yeah, man, gotta stay busy, innit?
That's exactly it. So yeah, there's a lot of things that obviously we're going to go into. Want to cover. Multifaceted in the talent sort of space, I'd say you are. Was it obviously songwriting, producing, videography?
Yeah,
all different, all bits of everything.
Yeah,
Man of many talents.
Pretty much. You know what? I started it all like a while ago, innit? So I don't even realize that I do so much now because I've just been doing it all for so long, innit? So
yeah,
but
yeah. No, crazy, and which we'll get into. But as I explained to you off cam, but can explain it a little bit again for the viewers that don't know. But this podcast is primarily focused around what we like to call the 1%. Meaning that, again, I've mentioned this before, but not necessarily in the financial space or, wealth or cash or anything like that. But it seriously does, when you think about it from a psychological perspective, the amount of people that try to do a specific thing and can't do it. We want to have a conversation with the people that do get through and they are able to have music videos and have content out and do these different things and go on tours and work with all these crazy people and do some of the stuff that you've done. Because there's definitely going to be people out there that are interested and think, how the fuck do these people do this? Like, it's crazy. Because some people just don't have the mental astuteness to understand what it takes or what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what we'll get into. But I like to go back to the kind of very beginning and have an understanding of what got you into this and, and all of these things. But when did you first have kind of like an interest in music creativeness? Was it back in like school or... like, when did that kind of start?
an interest. I think the first time I listened to it. Wait, when you say interest, do you mean like, oh shit, this is sick? Like, just on a...
Yeah.
I think the first time I had that was when I was in primary school.
Oh damn.
Yeah, like my dad was like waking me up for school, and I could hear like his radio on in it, and there was like a Robbie Williams song playing.
Oh yeah, shout out Robbie Williams.
Shout out to Robbie Williams. He was one of my goats. He's one of my goats. But yeah, like I would hear like a Robbie, and I don't know. I couldn't obviously put it in words because I was so young. But something just drew me. Something was like, this is sick. Like this is like music is so interesting, innit? Like, and then it was only like, I don't know, maybe a few years later.
Yeah.
That my brother was like playing like rap, but like British rap.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I heard the British rap, I was like, oh yeah, this sounds like I can get involved in this kind of thing, yeah. But I was probably like about 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Young then. What was the British rap?
Kano.
Like gigs and that, Kano.
Not even gigs, though. Gigs is a little later.
Yeah, true.
But, yeah, Kano, Wiley, Dizzy Rascal, DWE. Yeah, my brother used to play
That's
a few of
good
these
era
songs
of music as well.
Yeah.
P's and Q's.
Yeah, literally. It was so interesting. It was so like, what is this? Like, this is interesting still.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I always wonder? Yeah? I always wonder. You see the music coming out today? The music coming out today that we're not really rating. Were people feeling that way about
That's a good question.
the stuff that I was thinking, oh, Kane or these rock? Were people thinking the same way about these? Like, am I just getting old? Is it? Do you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly.
Is it
what
at
you're
that?
saying.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know why I kind of feel that may be true? Because there are certain artists that come out of the US and the UK where I don't know how old you are, but I'm 28. So there's certain people like in my age range, maybe like 26 to 30 in that range. Certain artists coming out and be like, what the fuck? This is terrible. Like really bad. So I feel maybe they were feeling the same way. I don't know. Okay, so what were primary school. Okay, interesting. So what was the kind of like, did you have like an obsession, or was it like over a period of time, or like what did you start to do to kind of like tap into that space?
I think the good thing with like being a rapper is, I don't know, I feel like anyone can get into it. Like all you need is like a paper and pen. Do you know what I mean? Like anyone can get into it. So it's like, so for me it was like, it's like, okay, cool, yeah, I feel like I can get into this kind of thing. And I was just like, fuck it, like, let me try to write something. And I wrote something, and then like there was sort of like, I was proud of it. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was showing like, I don't know, my friends in primary school, and I was the only one with a lyric at the time because I'd done it so young, innit? And everyone was like, what? Kadiata wrote a lyric kind of thing, do you get what I'm saying? And yeah, and then I think I kept on like writing lyrics, etc., etc., etc. But then it was only until I reached like 13, my brother was he did all of this, by the way. If it weren't for him, I would be doing shit. But no, he was like, he had the computer in his room, and like he had this new software called Fruity Loops.
Oh yeah.
And he was making beats, and I was like, and I like every time his door was open, I would see it, kind of thing, innit? I was like, what's that? Like, and I see him make the beats, and it just blew my mind because I felt, when I was just rapping, I didn't feel close enough to the music. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, like, again, the first thing that really drew man in is the music aspect itself, like the Robbie Williams, and it didn't have anything to do with rap. Do you know what I'm saying? Rap was just like a medium that I felt confident I could do this. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, like I feel like I want to try the production thing. And my brother was probably, I don't know, he might have like only done it for like a few months and just packed it away. Do you know what I'm saying? But I never stopped. Still, it was just like, I don't know, every new beat I would make, I would like try something new, and it's like, oh, that means I could do this.
Yeah.
And then it just kept happening. And yeah, I'm here now still.
Yeah, no, 100%. I've had this conversation countless times now in terms of like the start off point with artists or producers or DJs, whatever. And you said something that's really kind of like a commonality, which is a lot of people, they might fuck up and then they're like, oh, this is shit, I don't want to do it anymore. But then like, if you get like those little wins, you like, I feel like people that are really destined to do it, they really value those tiny little wins, like that little, that snare or that hi-hat or like moving that 808 a little bit, and you're like, oh shit, that sounds sick. And then it kind of progresses from there. So that was from the production thing. So what kind of like...
But wait, that's interesting how you say that, yeah, Carl. And I always say this, and I feel like not a lot of people think in this way, but this, and this is to like the creatives that are watching and da-da-da-da. But sometimes, yeah, people like getting like a creative rut, yeah, or it might not even be a creative rut, but they don't make something they're super proud of for a very long time. And I try to explain to people, those times that you're making shit that is like, is not the fully fledged song you wanted, you're gonna have small little things in there, and those songs that you don't end up using, or those creations that you don't end up using, become the parents of that banger that you will make in the future, because you're gonna get that little bit that you got right there, but the whole song wasn't right. That little bit you got right there, but the whole song wasn't right. And then when you get to that place of, okay, I'm in alignment, you're gonna pull all of these little parts, and then that's what is gonna make your banger.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you need that in it. You need that still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%. It's very, very true. It's very, very true. Because they're the building blocks to get you to that point. And if you're not doing those building blocks, then it's going to take you longer to get to that point. And also, you might be missing out on that. It might be feeling dull when you're doing it, but like that dullness is needed, like you say. Like you need to have that so that you can keep building up to where you want to get to, and then it comes out. But if you stop, you've literally stopped. You're not moving forward. Because it's like if you want to get to a destination, it doesn't matter if you're crawling, running, or like crawling, jogging, or running. Like if you're still moving towards it, it doesn't matter about the speed, you know?
Yeah, for sure, still. And I feel like I don't know, like I think there's a lot of people become stagnant in their approach. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, especially the people that have got like 1 or 2 wins in the past, they become stagnant. It's like, okay, this worked, I'm just gonna continue doing this.
Yeah.
But it was never about that, because you wouldn't have made this without that evolution. Do you get what I'm saying? So you have to keep evolving. Obviously you gotta, you know what I'm saying, give the people them what they want and etc. and, you know, branding it. But I feel like, yeah, it's important to just keep experimenting.
Yeah.
Because that's when you'll find something like, that's an interesting way of doing things. And then the next song, that's an interesting way. And then you'll get to that same spot at the end where like you take the bits and bobs and now you got a whole new sound because of those things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And yeah, experimenting and trying different things is so important, because it's like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's very, very important to consider that. So, okay, cool. So you're producing Fruity Loops. That's like fucking JME's favourite as well. I've heard him say that over the years so many times.
But I don't produce on FL no more though.
What do you produce on now?
Logic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you start kind of like rapping a bit more seriously, or like what kind of like took the lead?
I feel like for the majority of my thing, people have always known me as a rapper. But then I don't know, at the same time, I feel like in this day and age, it depends how you were introduced to me. So some people are introduced to me as, oh, that's the guy that produced that song for Sam, or that's the guy that produced that song for Mira. And then that maybe they'll know I kind of rap, but they don't know the full extent of what I've done. Do you get what I'm saying? So it just seems as though, oh yeah, he's a producer that raps. But obviously when you do the deep dive, it's like, oh no, man's like man's rapping, like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like man's really, do you know what I mean?
That's why I was asking the question, because it's like the line is very blurred in a good way with yourself, because it's like very prominent in songwriting, very prominent in producing, and then also prominent in rapping as well. Yeah. And then also from the video direction, all these different things. So it's kind of like, because like you say, there's normally someone that's got their thing in the forefront and then they do a little bit of these other things. But if someone were to have a look, they'd be like, I don't know, he does all these cool things, but I don't know what the main thing is, which is a good thing, I'd say. That's talent.
I mean, I always thought the main thing was rapping, just because so many people are bad at it. Nah, let's keep it a buck though. There's even people that like have notoriety that you're not a good rapper though. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I've always thought my main thing was rapping. But at the same time, I don't know, I always thought production came so much more natural to me as well though. Yeah, it just came so much more natural. Like there were certain songs I was making when I was 13, 14. That's like, oh no, you be understanding the chord structure. You be, do you know what I'm saying? Like you be understanding the thing properly. So yeah, I would say production comes more naturally, but I think, but then with that being said, I think when you rap, that becomes your image, innit? Like that's where the real marketing is done. Yeah, production, there's no real marketing in production. It's just you give the beat to someone else and then they market. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think I've obviously marketed myself mainly through rap still. So I would say rap.
Yeah, no, you're definitely 100% right. The only person who's really marketed themselves as a producer really is Metro.
Yeah, Metro, like
Or
the
like
Calvin
my-
Harris is da.
Yeah.
But then I'm not making like tapes with like, I just produced this and this artist is featuring on it.
Yeah.
I'm always rapping on it as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
No, 100%.
Yeah.
So what were the bars in primary school?
I can't even remember it. Oi, nigga, pull that trigger. Can't you see that your shit's getting bigger? Look at that. It's funny. It's just fun. It's just like, it's just dumb, innit? It's just dumb, but
You gotta start somewhere.
you gotta start somewhere for sure still. But yeah. But when I was spraying that when I was spraying in the playground though, they was like, hey yo.
That's the guy.
They was like, hey yo. My man's rhyming. Yeah, man.
Superstar in the flesh.
Trust me, Brian.
Oh shit, that's jokes. Okay, interesting. So then, when did you kind of like? Obviously, you built up your. You put your hours in and done all these things.
Mm-hmm.
When did you kind of go, right? Fuck it, I want to actually make a song now. And like, what was that? And in terms of like song, video.
You know what? It was always access, innit? Because when you're at that age, especially like when your parents are not necessarily well off and can't just buy you whatever you want, it's always like, where can I find the access to it? Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I ended up, I mean, I think I made my first song quite soon, to be fair, maybe like year 7, year 8. So
Damn.
I had like a home. I had like this home. You know the computer like by the stairs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the computer by the stairs, yeah?
Yeah.
And like this is where everyone surfs the internet, like all my brothers, my sister, my mum, my dad, everyone, like, so boom, the computer, like, this was like, had internet, like, this is like the early internet, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like dial-up vibes.
Yeah, that way, yeah, AOL and that. So obviously, so obviously, like, I would be able to find, like, I don't know whether it's like crazy tip, just sing along instrumental or DWE, whatever, like, and I'll find the instrumentals and I'll just be rapping over it and I'm like, oh, I wish I could record this, but I didn't have no mic, whatever, it's literally just a computer.
Yeah.
And then I think I saw someone with like an MP3 player and I clocked that it can record sound as well. And I was like, oh, what if I can manage to get an MP3 player, play the beat from the computer and just rap into the MP3 player.
Yeah.
And that's, I think I told my mum, oh, I really want an MP3. And she saved up and and finally bought me this little MP3 player.
Yeah.
And then, I was just doing that. Like, I was just doing that. And then, once I had that, had like my little Nokia phone, you know, like the early ones, the Leaf one and that.
I think, yeah.
I think 7600, that, yeah, that one. So I was sending it about on that, and the people was like, what? Say it down. And then eventually I caught myself a mic from the Sunday market, maybe like year 8 kind of thing. And me and my boys, like, just from the ends, like, was just rapping. Like, they used to come over and and we used to record it in this software called Mixcraft. Yeah, one of my boys put me on, like, yeah, there's this software, and I was proper like, you know, like, I was so gassed about it. But everyone else was like, this guy's doing far too much. But I was so gassed. I was like, fam, do you know what I'm able to create? Like, man was doing stabs, ad-libs. I was like, what? I can do stabs and ad. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think every step of the way was just exciting. Was just like, oh shit, like, I'm learning new tools and I'm using them in a certain way. And I feel like I still do the same now. Like, even like with like AI and stuff like that. People are hating on it, but me, I'm like, I can do this now. I can do that now. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
that's what I would say, still.
Yeah. Oh, mad. Yeah, no, that's so... Because from a creative perspective, that's the thing, and I feel bad for people that aren't creative or they don't have that streak within them, because the joy and the excitement and the rush that you can feel when you kind of like learn about a new tool or like you clock something and you're like, oh shit, I can do that. It's crazy. And then like you say, people don't get like, why are you getting so gassed? It's like, shut up, let me get involved.
Yeah, literally. And there was bare people, and I didn't want to say this, but fuck it, let's say it, innit? There was bare people on the ends hating.
Really?
hating, like on a serious one, like, oh, what, you think you're bad because you know how to rap, like that way, like what, you think you're ever gonna blow? Like, there's bare people from the ends doing that.
Yeah.
But again, for me, it was never about them. Do you know what I mean? I'm not making music for you.
Yeah. No, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you go over there, I'll go over here. It's all good.
Yeah, no, 100%. And just even for the people watching, that's the thing that people don't understand. It's like, you worry about what other people say and do. Like, and it's just like, that makes no difference at all, because they're going to make their comment. It's going to make them feel better for 5 minutes. But then if you let it affect you, it's going to affect you for the rest of your life.
You know what though? I've never understood that, and I don't know. Maybe one of you like can give me insight, but I've never understood where like you see something and you don't like it, and you go to it.
Make it make sense.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
It's like if you don't like it, just move. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
100%. Yeah, no. I would say that that's my understanding of it is that the world. Like, let me put it like this. I don't want to get too philosophical and too deep, but.
Why not, man? Let's get it, man.
Good point. We're on a
podcast, like.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do up Joe Rogan and them, man.
No, but the way that I see it is, from a psychological perspective, the way that we live in the world and the world that we are in, it's not natural, right? So there's a lot of hurdles, and there's a lot of fabricated insecurities that a lot of people are going to have, right? For societal norms and the way that people see shit and the way that they live and the way they operate and all that and whatever. And it's going to be a subconscious kind of amalgamation of all these different things in the way that they live, right? So you're born into a house and your parents have got these ideologies and these ideas, and they don't have big dreams and all this sort of stuff. But the problem is the way things are set up is you're not allowed to want to become rich, because the way that society portrays it is like, oh, it's a really far away thing. But then you should be grateful for what you have, even though you don't have a lot, because that guy down the road is living in the street. So you're stuck in this middle point, and you're like, right, okay, well, this, I'm talking from the perspective of someone that's like hating or whatever, and they're like, right, they're living their life, but subconsciously or consciously, they might be sitting there like, well, fuck this is shit, blah, 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 blah. But then they've got these big insecurities of the same insecurities that everyone else has got. And they're like, I don't want to do this because he's going to say something. And then the next man's like, I don't want to do this because he's saying something.
Okay.
So then they're like, well, because I can't do that, and I can't deal, because the thing is, getting over something like that, because people are stronger or they're weaker, right? So some people will be stronger than others, some people will be weaker than others, right? And the people that are in that 1%, that's why we speak to them, are the people that are stronger mentally, they can get past that. The people that are weaker, they don't understand how to deal with the fact that they don't have the mental capacity to actually do these things.
Okay.
So even if they don't want to do something, say for example, they see an influencer, right? They're not annoyed at what they're doing. They're probably annoyed at the fact that they're able to live the life that they want to live, which is to be completely comfortable and feel completely free. So they're like, well, fuck you. I don't like the color of your car. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like something, or like your trainers look dumb, or something stupid.
I said you got a yellow Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Fuck yellow cars.
Why would you not get a blue one, dickhead? But that's just what it is, and that's the problem that we have in society at the moment. Because it's just kind of like indoctrinated into us. So even the way that we learn, like from a school perspective, right? You've got all these kids learning exactly the same way, being treated in the same way, going to class in the same way, learning the same subjects, but you can't teach a fish to climb a tree. It's fucking mental.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? But then you had that mental resilience to say like, fuck that, I'm not making music for you. So,
but I feel like that's something everybody needs to realize. Everybody needs to realize like maybe the friends that you have, like when you're like maybe that's not your target audience. Maybe that's not who you're chatting to. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I grew up with a lot of guys on road, and my music is not for them in any way, shape, or form, fam. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like I might be in a whip with certain man, and the type of songs they bump is like nothing. It's like not even close to the music I make. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's cool. That's fine. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think people just need to realize like, but again, I think, I don't know, like growing up in the ends as well, it's kind of like what you see, like this is the whole world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of that stuff is out of reach. Like all of that that's going on over there. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That's out of reach still. And I see this growing up in Pimlico as well, where like most of the houses are like rich people's houses. You get what I'm saying? And I grew up in the council estate. But it was just like the shit me and the boys do. It's like, yeah, all of that stuff over there, these nice white houses, this is out of reach though. This is our thing. Do you get what I'm saying? And some people stay in that thing. Some people just, this is it. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think you need to just meet new people and stay, just be open. Just be open. Like, everyone's got something to teach, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, interesting still.
No, I completely agree. The other issue as well is this allowance of mediocrity that a lot of people have. And what I mean by that is because when I say someone's not poor, I mean they've got a house and they've got somewhere to live and they can eat, right? Because they've got that, they're in this middle point where they're not super poor and they're not super rich. So what that ends up doing is that their mindset is middle of the road, everything average. So when they're trying to do something and their mates shut it down, they just go, oh, okay, well, this is the best that I can get, so I'm just going to deal with it. That's why you get people, even like, you don't drink as well. I don't know for what reasons, but like the UK drinking culture is fucking crazy. But like working in different places and stuff like that, everyone's just like, oh, the team did really well. What's the reward? Let's go out and get pissed. Because it's just kind of like, it's crazy. Because there's no more desire, will, and want to do anything else because they want that middle of the road. They don't even know. And it's also the people that they surround themselves with. They're all of that same mentality. And a lot of people, I bet, keep quiet as well in their friendship groups. They don't say what they really want to do, where they want to go, what they want to, whatever. Which is shit. It's so shit. But you know.
Yeah, man.
What can you do?
What can you do,
What can you do? But yeah, okay. So when did you film? So what? The music's obviously coming along. You're doing your thing. So in terms of like filming like a proper music video, like having a track, like what did that look like?
So the first one I did, it's brilliant because it says so much about me, and I'm still like that till this day.
Yeah.
So my brother had this I think it was K750i, like a Sony Ericsson.
Oh yeah.
So
Bang,
you know what I'm saying? So we was like just at home, and I recorded this song on that like them you know, them laptop mics, like kind of thing. So I recorded this song and I was like, oh bro, like you got a camera on your phone, like why can't we shoot a music video? And he was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But this isn't the brother that introduced me to music, by the way. This is my other brother, and he's like very like he's like the straight and narrow brother. Like he's like I work in finance, and he's always been like that. He's always been very straight and narrow, no bullshit. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I said this to him, and he was like, yeah, all right, cool. Like, so then I stood on my balcony, and we got the lamp from my room and we put it on like a chair. And I said, yeah, bro, just like film, and then turn it on and off. So it was like, it's just creative. But then when we filmed it, it was just interesting though. It was interesting. And then obviously when I sent it about to like the people in my school, the people on the ends and that, it was just like, oh shit though, this is like, what? How did you do that? Because like we're all literally like 12, 13, like, do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was like, what the fuck? Like, how did you, do you know what I'm saying? Like, who is even inspiring you to do these things?
Yeah.
But again, I was just so gassed. And then it done that. But then fast forward, I think I might have been like, I mean, off the back of that video, really. A few of my friends in school was like maybe like a few years later, was like, oh, Ra, can you, like, you shoot and can you shoot a music video for me? And I was like, oh, let me get a better camera. So then it was like one Christmas or something, and I told my mum, I was like, Mum, I just need a camera. Like, I know like it might be a lot and but I just need a camera. Like, I'm gonna do things with it and And then she bought me this, like, I think it was like a Kodak, like, you know them proper like 2000s point and shoot cameras, but it shot video as well.
Got one in my drawer right now, yeah.
Oh, you got one in the drawer? Yeah. So obviously, yeah, my boy was like, yeah, come shoot a video for me. Da, da, da. And then I shot one for him, and then the quality came out. It wasn't crazy, but it was not like mobile phone quality from that time, innit? And then we shot different scenes and da 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 da. And I was like, right, this is sick. Like, so I can put clips together, and I think these times I was using like Windows Movie Maker, like nothing. Nothing crazy stuff. And then I shot another video for another one of my boys, and like all his brethrens. We used to chill together in like Kenneton and that, innit? So yeah, we're in Kenneton now, and like we're shooting clips, and they're like obviously they're proper like road and that, innit? And they're just proper like, yeah, da, da, da. And it's all going off, and then we upload it, and like it gets traction, and then we do another one, and like certain men are saying certain things, and it's getting bare traction, and then before I knew it, their friends from like, I don't know, maybe like Waterloo, I can't even fully remember who was next, but someone else that they know was like, yeah, can you shoot one for me? And then I shot one, and then someone else saw because this is all on my YouTube channel as well, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
It was called CL Vision, innit? And then someone else must have been like, oh, can you shoot one for me? So then before I knew it, I was like 16 with like this camera, this Kodak, and I was going around to bare different ends, like in London, and I was just shooting. And then it ended up being a channel, like, it ended up being, and certain people blew off the channel as well, like, it was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, and that was for like a few years. And then fast forward, I got hacked. Someone deleted my YouTube account. Da, 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 da. Again, the haters. It's like, if you don't like it, just go the other way. Like, man's not bothering anyone. Like,
go on holiday or something.
Go on holiday, dog. But yeah, like I would say, so CL Vision was like, so there was like Graham Daily, Link Up TV, and SBTV, and then CL Vision was like a tier down. Like people knew about the channel kind of thing. Like especially people in like South London. Do you get what I'm saying?
Why does it ring a bell now in my head?
So I'm trying to think who was on it that you might know. Did you ever hear the artist Dee Dee? So her thing blew up on my channel still.
All right.
Yeah. So I can't remember what song she had, but she sent for this artist called Chrissy Minaj, and she's the one that done that tune with Sneakball.
Right.
Yeah, and then she blew up by doing this on the channel. And, it's crazy still. But yeah, that was my little intro into whatever. And then after the channel got hacked, I didn't put it to bed. I kind of like tried to reignite it, but I was like, no, this is too much effort. I don't even want to do this. I want to be a rapper, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I still had these creative ideas, so I still kept on, like, even when working with directors, like, put an idea forward and da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Fast forward, maybe like 2015, 2016, I must have like bought like a proper camera, and I was like proper experimenting and learning about like log and learning about like grading and even After Effects. I started using After Effects like 2013, and I was learning how to do lyric videos and like visual effects and XYZ. And then all till now, even though I don't do it anymore and whatnot, I still like, I mean, I don't do it anymore, but the last one I shot, I did it. But yeah, even like when I work with directors, just putting ideas forward, like, oh, right, why don't we try this? And obviously, because I know all the language, etc., it's very easy to communicate ideas. So yeah, that's how I got into it, really.
Mad. So yeah, no, that whole progression. That's the thing as well, when you figure out, like, when you unlock something, you're just like, go. I want to get it out there. I want to keep it going, keep it moving. Probably some late nights editing and all that sort of stuff.
A lot of late nights, boy. A lot of late nights still. I used to be like on the phone to a gal, and like we'd just be talking, I'd just be editing. And like, I don't know, like it was just, it was cool, man. It was cool still. Yeah, that was a vibe.
Multitasking.
Yeah,
it's got to be done.
Slow motion, innit?
And that's the thing as well. That's what people don't understand. It's just like, because I hear I've spoken to people in the past who are like, oh, like, how are you doing a brand? Like, I started it and then like it was shit. Like it didn't work. I'm like, how long did you do it for? Like 3 months. I'm like, broski, come on, what are you talking about? And it's just like working late, like knowing that you got something the next day, but if you need to get something, you have to get it done. Like just like that's just what has to be done. People don't get that, and also you can't do it unless you love it. Do you see what I'm saying?
You know what? I think you have to be committed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you know what? Even when I was growing up, everyone used to say to me, "Yeah, like you ain't got no gal. Like music is your gal." Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because I was so committed. Like I was like that person. Again, like when I first started, everyone knew me as, oh yeah, Kads is the one that does music in the ends.
Yeah.
Or Kads is the one that does music in the school. Kads is the one that does music in the college. Kads, do you get what I'm trying to say? It was always like that because I was so committed. I was so, this is what I do. Even though, you know what? And this is something I wanted to say on a podcast for time.
Here you go.
But fam, you know, like, I don't know, growing up being a rapper was difficult, you know? Like the perception, the public perception. You know when you tell people you're a rapper, that oh, they're one of those guys. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you ever felt that, like when someone says I'm a rapper? Like, cause even I, when people tell me they're a rapper, I'm like, oh, okay. Because again, like a lot of people are bad at rapping, innit?
Like so that guy, and he's like taking a gal on a date, and he's driving in the car, and he's like, "Yo, let me freestyle for you."
Yeah. So I was always like painted as that person, even though I was actually good. But it was only up until like maybe, I don't know, 2016 onwards that like I started getting very confident in my rap, and like, I play it to people, and they're like, oh, like you know, like that the mood changes, but when you tell them you're a rapper, it's like, oh,
yeah.
So yeah, I think that was that it was interesting telling people you're a rapper and having that sort of being painted in that way before they even listen to you still. And I think people either crumble at that, they're like, oh shit, let me pack it in. Or it's like, nah, like you're gonna hear my shit, like man's cold, like man's, do you get what I'm saying? I'll explain to you why I'm cold as well. Like I'm not just saying this for you know what I'm saying?
For the fun of it, Yeah, no, definitely. But that, I guess that's a good thing as well, though, when you can say that someone has a preconceived idea of what that means, and then you prove them wrong, and they're like, oh, nice.
But again, it's like it's a balance of proving them wrong, but then not needing their validation.
Yeah,
I think it's more for you. It's like,
yeah,
I'm gonna prove you wrong. It's cool. Yeah, cool. do you know what I'm saying? And then I do my thing, and then they see something that's happening over here, and they're like, oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I've always believed in you. It's like that same sort of thing in it. And it's like, nah, because you know what it is? It's like, if you did always believe in me, it would have been so much easier. Like, I'll keep it a buck. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, all of those people, like, when you first start up, like, they don't believe in you. And if they always did, it would be so much easier. You'd have more of a community. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, man can even put you on certain opportunities. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Of course.
Like some of the man them from the ends that did actually believe in me, like maybe like not even a handful, maybe like two or three. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of the man them, like when things are happening for me now, like I don't know, there's a Puma event happening. I'll call them. Like I wouldn't even call people in the industry. I'll call them and be like, "Are we saying you want free crepes? Come."
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Of course.
And for me, because it's like I remember like even when I weren't good, you still believed in me and you still fucked with me, and it's like it means something to man. So, and I think it means something to all artists that are like starting out. So yeah, I think give them a chance, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, even in the clothing space, you get that as well. Like, could we like I'd done certain things in the past and stuff, hadn't heard anything from anybody, and then like you got like doing like GQ and stuff, and they're like, oh, I knew you were gonna be doing big things, and I'm like, did you? I mean, you haven't put a like on any photo since I've known you, and you were also clowning in school, so what's that all about?
What's that about?
But you know, you keep it moving, and it's just kind of like, well, what can you do? Again,
but I think the main takeaway is just realize like you're not necessarily doing it for any of these people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
Prove it to yourself. Prove it to yourself, and give yourself the purpose. Don't make your purpose their validation. Like, what does that even mean? Like,
no, of course.
You know what I mean, what does your opinion even mean?
Nothing.
Like, it's like hip hip hooray! You like my music. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, the way I see it is, some people might think it's a bit cutthroat or whatever, but I don't really give a shit about the opinion of anybody that's doing less than me, if that makes sense. Not necessarily less than me in terms of like in my space and they're trying to do well or whatever, but I'm talking about someone that's completely out of what I'm doing, and also someone that's not doing anything for themselves, in the sense of like,
okay, I get what you're saying.
Do you see what I'm saying? They're like, they've not done anything with their lives, they're not going anywhere, they're not trying, they've had opportunities, they've missed them, they've done this, they've done that, but then they've always got something to say. It's like, why would I care about what you have to say?
Though, at the same time, I'm with you, but at the same time, I sympathize.
Yeah.
I like going through all of the things I went through, like mentally and like the mental strength I've had to conjure up, like I hear it. I hear why some people are like, nah, fuck this. I hear it's tough, innit? You know what it is? It's like, it's society, innit? Society is very like, you know, like everyone's playing that game of like, I need to look good in the eyes of society. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes that can turn into, I'm just gonna fit in. I'm just gonna do the safe thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I hear it still. It's therefore, it's a tough thing to do to go your own way and be scrutinized and to be. Do you get what I'm saying? It's difficult, innit? But yeah, I think if you do it for long enough, people start being like, oh, okay. Yeah.
No, and it's nice when you have the people that respect you, because the way I see it, right, it's just like, if you've got a line here and you've got everyone in society here, right, the golden area is over here, but that journey from getting from here to here is long. So some people get like here and they're like, fuck this, I'm going back.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But some people see it all the way through. So when you start getting to around here and you're getting like past the halfway mark, people that they're like, oh yeah, I knew them all along. It's like, well, and they're like shouting from the sidelines, but it's just, it's tough, but just kind of like block that out and just get on with it, really.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think it's important to state, I sympathize still, because again, like some of the people that are over there are the people that listen to man and are the people that buy our clothes and do you know what I'm saying? Because they do want to be a part of something and they do rate it and they like, that's sick, I wish I could do that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we essentially are waving the flag for the people that couldn't have the courage enough to speak up. Do you get what I'm saying? Couldn't have the courage enough to start their own thing. So we'll be like, yeah, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
100%.
So, yeah, man.
No, 100%. And from a music perspective, then, so when did you first make a track with a video or like a big song that like started getting traction? You were like, oh shit, okay, this is sick.
Define traction.
It's subjective, isn't it?
Yeah, because I feel like I've always had moments, but it might have been smaller ponds. Do you know what I'm saying? And even now, it can still be considered a smaller pond. Yeah. So I think that, so even like I said, when I first started rapping and first had that MP3, everyone was like, yo, everyone was rating the thing.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? That was traction at the time. It's like if you're known in your ends for being a cold barrers, that was hella validation. That was traction.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, I don't know, what would I say was the next place? Maybe just like Facebook era. Fast forward Facebook era, like niggas know my things. Do you get what I'm saying? Nah, do you get what I'm saying? No, like niggas know, like man raps. So I think I dropped a mixtape one time and it might have got 1,000 downloads in like a week or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's 1,000 and it's not crazy, but it's still traction for the time as well. Man's like 16, 17, do you get what I'm saying? It's still like, okay, like, obviously there was certain man getting, I don't know, like Johnny Guns, like 300k, like views and like, you know what I'm saying? So, there's perspective in it. And then fast forward after that, it could have been, I don't know, I might drop something and then it gets like a few, like 10,000, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like it all kind of builds it up. And I think even now, I'll have like certain songs that have reached like 1 million streams and I can be like, right, that could be traction. Do you get what I'm saying? But then there's obviously other men that are reaching thousands of millions of streams. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's all relative still.
It is relative. Mm-hmm. It is definitely relative. And yeah, no, it definitely is. It's interesting because when we had Yizzy on the podcast as well, he said the same thing, because I was like, I asked a similar question and he was like, well, depends on who's asking. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he would be like, well, I know, I said, what was like one song that blew? And then he was like, well, it depends on if you ask my boys or if you ask my mum or if you ask like my fans. They're all going to say something different. It's like, oh, that's my best song or biggest song or whatever. So yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. Did you... It's hard to ask this question now that now we've kind of like established that. But what was kind of like what was a song that you produced for someone else that was kind of like a big song or a big artist or something like that? Because I'm quite curious from that perspective.
You know what? I would say the first. Wait. Let me think about this. Let me think about this one. Yeah, I think it's a similar story, but I had like certain songs that I produced back in the day. I don't know, like it might have been like, I don't know, certain man in like Old Trey and stuff like that. Certain man from like Tulse Hill, and I might produce a song for them. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like it's going mad in the streets. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was just a producer, and people don't even know that I did that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was interesting. And then I don't know, there might have been times where I might make a beat for Kappa, like so Kappa was like one rapper from back in the day. And he was cold, like he was getting traction as well.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think the first time where like it was real, like real as in like, oh shit, there's like a movement behind this song and da. I produced this song for Sam Wise called Rack Up.
Banger.
Yeah.
Big tune.
So when I produced that, I don't know, because I felt like that was the first beat I made that people was like,
that.
oh, you just found out now? All right.
Should probably know that because I fucking love that tune. But
from that, so when that first song came out, I was thinking, yo, this beat is correct. And you know what's crazy? That song almost didn't come out. I'll tell you the story. So, me and House of Pharaohs got booked for the same show.
Right.
I did my set, and then I think they was the headliners. They went after me, and then when we was just like gallivanting and like Sam came up to me, you know, or I don't know, one of the two, and we was just talking. He was like, "Riley, I fuck with your thing, let's exchange details." We was following each other on Twitter. It might have been like a whole year. This was like 2016. It might have been like a whole year, 2017, where I might have just reached out to him or whatever, because we had been rating each other's thing on just like online.
Yeah.
And then I might have reached out to him, and was like, yo, we should link up kind of thing, innit? And he was like, yeah, calm. Where are you from? And he was like, Kenneton. I was like, what? I used to chill in Kenneton. Do you get what I'm saying? I used to chill there like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And we was talking, and I was like, right, I live in Pimlico. It's a literally 5-minute drive away. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, we linked up. The first song we ever made was When the Sun Comes Out.
Banger.
So that was the first song we ever made. And then we linked up again. We made another song that never ended up seeing a light of day. But who knows? Maybe I might just, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, like it's a banger as well. So I can't lie. But he also, when we was doing it, he also said, "Rah, if you got any just beats there, that yeah, like send some through." But the thing is with me, I don't really make beats that are cold that are not gonna be in use. I'm a rapper, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I said, like, let's have a session. I'll make a beat and So we had a session, and I had like a few like skeletons of like, I don't know, it could just be chords, drums, bass. And one of them was Rack Up, and it was sitting there for maybe like a few months. And I played it, and it's like, yeah, this one's interesting. Maybe just add a few more things. And then that's when I added the and then as soon as I added that, I was like, oh shit,
This is it.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
And then he wrote the chorus, and then he just kept it as the chorus, and then we didn't get back in for a little minute. But then I had it on my phone, just the chorus and the beat, and every time I'd listen to it, I was like, hey yo, this might be the best beat I've ever made, fam. This is crazy. So now, I think I hit him. I was like, bro, we have to finish the song. He was like, oh yeah, you think it's good like that? I was like, bro, we have to finish the song. Literally.
Mental.
Literally,
That's
we have to finish the song. We got back in, patterned it up. And then yeah, once it was done, he was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna drop this next. And this, at this time, I think this was when he just dropped Lizzie as well. So, and yeah, he was like, yeah, okay, we have to drop this next though. So then he ended up dropping it, I think like, maybe like November, December, October, something like that. This was like 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at this time as well, this is when I made Art Holes as well. So I dropped that song maybe in like December as well. and then so he had Rack Up out,
Yeah.
and then I had Art House out, and then there was that Rack Up was going crazy. Like this again, this was the first time people was coming up to me like, "Hey, yo, that beat." Do you know what I'm saying? Like I've never been approached for like making someone else's beat. Like when you make someone else's beat, it's just like you just hand it off and then it does what it does, and no one really comes back to the producer. But bare people was coming up to me, "Hey, that beat is mad. Can you make me something?" So really, I think that's really what even put me on a real map. Because obviously Lizzie was blowing up kind of thing, innit? And I think that's really what put me on a real map as like a musician, like a real hey yo, we make stuff. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, like before you have a moment, it's sort of just like, oh yeah, he's trying to ting. But after that song, it was like, oh no, this guy is crazy. Like, and loads of like different artists started hitting me and But again, during this time, I put Art Holes out as well. And at first, it wasn't doing anything crazy, but like it was building up in a way that I've never seen before with my other music. Do you get what I'm saying? And then so when artists was coming up to me with Rack Up, they would like see Art Holes doing this thing as well, and then we connect as an artist way as well and a producer way. And that's what ended up getting me loads of sessions, production wise and artist wise, and then everything just started. And then we dropped when the song comes out a year later, and then it did what it did still. So yeah.
No, I just wanted to say in terms of that, like those songs that you obviously produced, or whatever, and that Sam's on, they had a big impact for us, like during uni, even like growing up and whatever, because for me personally, that sound and Sam as a rapper redefined UK music for me.
Oh, absolutely.
And what it was gonna become and where it could go. Like you had like your Fredo, Morrison, Slim, like proper like gangster rap, UK gangster rap or whatever, street rap, all that. But I was just like, in my head, that sound, it doesn't sound sonically the same as Kanye, but it gave me the same vibe. And what I mean by that is...
Oh, this is sick because Kanye's one of my goats, but go on. I know, like, cool,
No, but like Kanye with a pink polo and a backpack, when he was redefining that era with like family business and stuff like that, and people were like, what the fuck is going on with this? And then people that got it, and they were like, shit, this is the next wave. And it was, because it's just like, that stuff is not like, I'm going to chef 85 guys in 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean? It's not anything crazy like that. It's just kind of like living life out and about, doing your thing, good vibe, good sound. Like sonically, it's just so good. And then obviously when the sun come out as well, mental, like literally mental. It's like one of the best songs at the park, everything, like fucking when you're vibing, house parties, everything is banger.
Sam's the GOAT, man. Sam's the GOAT still. I think, like, I don't know, just like when I look around, when you look around, like everyone sounds like him. Yeah. Like everyone either sounds like him or Nux.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. And I would gladly 100% say, I've said this so many times, I think Samwise is, for the new gen, one of the best in the country.
1,000,000%. Yeah.
By far.
He's a pioneer.
100%. Like that sound is so unique, but it's so good. You can have someone that sounds unique, but it's like it can be quite niche. Yeah. But from a broader perspective of a market that people can tap into and stuff like that. And the other thing as well, he's criminally underrated. Ridiculously underrated. And also that's the thing as well, even with Hop as well. When they did Run With Me, that song fucking stayed in my brain every minute of every day. Run With Me. So good, man.
That was cold, man.
But yeah, you two need to work on something new, man. Get some new stuff out to the people.
Yeah. You know what though? If I'm being completely honest, and I was about to say this earlier. You see the segue there, yeah. But no. If I'm completely honest, I'm sort of like rebranding still. I'm sort of rebranding. I don't know.
What is this rebrand?
I just don't think. I'm just not completely happy with the turn. Music has gone in. Not our scene, but just as a whole. Just music as a whole. Okay. I just don't like where it has gone. Because I feel like it's not even about the music anymore. It's just about the moment.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, as long as you can create a moment here, where, like a lot of people listen to music with their eyes kind of thing. So, yeah, I feel like people are having a moment, a big moment, and then that song's forgotten about the year after. Big moment, that song's forgotten about the year after. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I see this all the time. And this is why, like, music that was being made last year and the year after, they're not being played today. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so microwave music.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, when you go out, you still hear music from the 2000s, from the whatever. But you're not hearing the stuff that's coming out 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
interesting. That's like, I think nobody's creating no more with longevity in mind. Everyone's just creating for TikTok. Oh, what's the line that I can have that TikTok's gonna go crazy for? But then the song is like, do you know what I'm saying?
Throwaway tunes.
Yeah.
For that moment. I agree.
I'm just rebranding right now. And just trying to keep the music alive still. Do you know what I'm saying? If anyone's watching and you want the music to keep alive, come, man.
I don't know if you can divulge too much into what that's going to look like, but what kind of is it going to look or sound like sonically? Or
when's this podcast coming out? When's it coming out?
No, I think we might be all right. We've got a couple to come out before this. We're a little bit backlogged, so we should be okay. I don't know when you're gonna.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You know what? Right now, I'm just tapping into my influences. Like growing up, like, you know, like that era of like, oh, this is brilliant. Like everything was brilliant. Do you know what I'm saying? You know the era, like the 2000s, like Neptunes and Timbaland, like, and the songs I'm playing today, that's like from back then. It's like, what a brilliant song. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, music ain't being made like this no more.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to tap into this 2000s kind of way, like Neptunesy, but in my own style.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's sounding pretty beautiful.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I love that. It's actually funny you say that. Every morning when I get up, I'll do like a little workout in the morning, and then I'll go on my phone, on my Spotify. There's like a category at the top, you know, the little, not genre, well, kind of genres, but there's one called nostalgia.
Yeah.
That's what I always go back to. I listen to new tracks here and there, but like that, it's like in the morning, getting ready, banging. That's a go-to.
Yeah, man.
Get the tunes going, because it's so true. Because it's just like certain songs that everybody knows, but it's like rare to have that now. Like you might have that couple of tunes like with like Jay Haas or like a couple of Dave tunes back in the day, but like it's just there's not anything that's sticking.
Yeah, you might have like 3 a year, if that.
I know.
Like, you know what I mean? But back in the day, it was like, oh, did you hear Lumedy? I Will Never Leave.
Yeah.
Oh, did you also hear Wayne Wonder?
Yeah.
Oh, did you also hear I don't know, Diplomats? Oh, did you, like, everybody had a song that is gonna last forever. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And right now we're just not there. And I would like that back.
Yeah. No, 100%. I feel like we need a redemption summer, 2025.
Yeah.
Go make it happen.
I'll try, man, but you know what it is? Like, there's forces against me. Do you know what I'm saying? There's always force against something. You know, like everybody's movement, somebody believes in that movement. But like, even like if you're trying to like solve climate change, there's someone that's like, let me drive my fucking car. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter how good you're doing. There's always going to be someone against you still. And right now, I feel like I'm one of the only people that's like, or one of the only handful of people at least that's trying to be like, let's just make music. Like, you know what I mean? Let's put a bridge in there. Let's change the chord. Do you know what I'm saying? And right now, it's not about that. It's just about, boom, let's thump the bass. And you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
The moment, yeah, man. But yeah, but let's see in it. Let's see still.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's difficult. And I hope you are able to make some magic, because the landscape at the moment in regards to, you know, like you say, it's obviously it feels very manufactured. Like there's a system and a scheme, and there's a way that things are done now to get the most out of these tracks, and they're being put to the market, you know, for ulterior motives, not like, it's like, so there's probably artists that are like, it's all right, but it's probably going to do really well, like online, and that's all that matters, and it's just shit. It really is shit, and this is the problem as well. You still do have artists here and there, pockets of artists, because I'm looking for artists all the time. Yeah. Because we work with smaller artists, bigger artists, whatever, and there are some incredible smaller artists, but people, the thing is, everything's so quick. Consumption of content, media is really quick. Video, the way that we consume entertainment is super quick. Like people, complete side note, but fun fact, Did you know Netflix, right? This is fucking crazy. This is mental, right? Netflix have a department where they make movies. Netflix, like homemade, well, not homemade, Netflix movies, like, fucking that's getting a bit left field there.
Homemade! You're talking about Netflix originals.
That's the one,
Okay.
yeah. Netflix homemade, bro, I'm tired, man. Damn.
Broski said homemade. That is funny, go.
Get the black and yellow site going. No, I'm joking. Netflix original, yeah. Anyway, back to the point. They have this department where they make these movies with like storylines, and they've got beginning, middle, end, whatever, right? But they make them so that they're easy to follow because they're called second screen films. So what it means is they know that people are going to be scrolling on their phone whilst they're watching it. How is a monster company like that thinking like that? It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I was having this conversation with this random videographer the other day. And yeah, she was just saying, yeah, like there's no work anymore. There's you know what I'm saying? Because right now they're having a crisis. Like people are just watching YouTube. Like even like I'll go to my mum's yard and she'll be watching YouTube, like on the TV, like cleaning videos. I'm like, Mum, you watch this, yeah? She's like, yeah, it's satisfying.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, like
It's crazy.
it's fine. Like I enjoy it as well. Do you know what I mean? But like how can we create room for like real art? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, 100%.
Like, how can we do that? Like, I think that's a problem that, yeah, man. And I don't have the answers. Do you get what I'm saying? But obviously, I'm someone that has a passion almost for like the art in things. Like even like when I'm watching films, like I'm not just watching the film. I'm listening to the way they wrote the dialogue. It's like, oh, that was clever. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a real art that goes in between these things.
Yeah.
And now it's just being swapped out for, yeah, let me watch cleaning video. So again, it's not that it's a bad thing, but we definitely need to create space, man. We definitely, that something needs to give still.
Yeah, no, 100%. And the thing is the be all and end all, whether it's a person or not, is like humans are very, very greedy. And as time progresses, we're going to find ways. How greedy. But we're going to find ways in which we can captivate people in a negative way to get gain from it, right? And that's, social media. These companies are going to do everything they can to make sure that you stay on the app. Like they track everything you're doing, all these different things. But I think what will end up happening, in my personal opinion, is not this year, not next year, not the year after, or maybe even the year after that, but maybe a little bit further on down the line, we're going to get to a point where there's like, people are consciously or subconsciously having this like overload of information and content and shit and short form, where they're going to want to take a breather, take the time to actually look for what they want to watch, look for what they want to listen to, go to shows that they want to go to, and not just kind of like be on this constant go, and actually just take a step to appreciate. And a reason why I feel like that will happen is because a lot of Gen Z at the moment, it's been reported that they're barely going out. They'd rather just chill with their friends, or like they'll go out for a walk or do these different things. They're like, I don't want to go out and spend a load of money that I don't have in a club getting fucked up doing this, that, and the next. They're like actually trying to do things for themselves because they've already got everything else against them. So they're just, do you see what I'm saying? So hopefully it go in that direction. But I feel like sometimes art is so good that it can't be ignored. So
yeah, that's true.
Do some of that.
But then sometimes it's not about the art. Sometimes it's about the marketing. It's about the machine. Like some people have a machine behind them, therefore their shit will get seen. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some people, like I know so many people that make incredible music. Like there's one artist that I always scream about called Kadiata. And like her thing is like crazy. Like, and I'm not usually the guy that sits in place, and I've been saying this to everyone, and everyone's been like, oh, yeah, it has to mean something because you don't say shit like this, innit? But her thing is like, oh shit, like she is crazy sick, like she plays guitar, she sings very well.
Damn.
The kind of music she makes, like she produces her own stuff, like she's cold. Like when you listen to it, it's like I listened to it and like I was like, oh shit, I could hear Whitney singing this. Do you get it? Like she's that good, but because she doesn't have the
Wow.
machine behind her, it's like, okay, how is she gonna do it? Like how?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, because I love the art. Like I'll just scream about it. Like I'll be like, nah, you look, go listen to that. That's sick. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like she's putting her heart and soul into it. Like
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And I'll be honest, that's kind of what we're trying to do, like with S3J. That's the thing that we're trying to do, because at the end of the day, we understand how the game is played, right?
Yeah.
We understand you need those viral videos. We understand you need that shock value. We need all these things, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if we can garner that attention and the audience and get people to keep coming back, we'll give them the clothes, we'll give them the content, we'll give them everything they want.
Yeah.
It will give people a platform that's already built out, where it's like, this is our thing. If you want to come and join us, but we're already big enough. And then you put someone on music videos or whatever it may be, or just as an outlet, and then give people a platform and a stage to kind of go, this is what I'm doing, and get it the appreciation it deserves. Because I'd love to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, if I can hear something, I'm like, right, you need to get that on the channel. Like, let's get it out. And people can fuck with it, then why not?
Yeah, man.
Okay. What's been, I would say, because I'm curious about this actually, what's been some of your biggest inspiration in your music or your creative?
You know what? I always have this thing that I don't know if I made it up, but I feel like I made it up. But who knows? Maybe I didn't. Who knows in it? But for me, it's my own personal mantra. But I've always had this thing that I say where you don't look for inspiration, you accept inspiration.
Okay.
So for me, what that looks like is that cartoon that you watched when you was 13 years old. That's a part of you now.
Yeah.
You can draw from that, and I did draw from that recently. Recently, I made this beat, and like one of the bass lines was like reminded me of this bass line that happened at the end of like regular show. Do you get what I'm saying? And like even like rack up, like I've said this before, but like the way the synth is like that reminds me of like the news channel, like.
Oh,
you know, imagine it like in a different context, like a. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like all of the things that you see is like can be the inspiration. Like the other day, I was walking past a friend of mine, and I was going to the toilet, and before I went to the toilet, she just held a jar out like this, and instantly I knew what to do. And I was like, okay, that's inspiration right there. So then I made a song that speaks about opening jars metaphorically. It was, how many jars have I opened for you? Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, in a metaphorical sense, because you know, like there's just certain things women can't do and the men can, and certain things men can't do and women can. And I was like, that's a sick, like, do you get what I'm saying? And I think it's just about seeing the little things in everyday life and being like, oh yeah, this is, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I think you just accept where you're at in your life, accept what's happened today, and just look at the little crevices of life, and you'll find something still.
Yeah, no, 100%. And there's so much fulfillment and enjoyment when you actually open your eyes and actually start like assessing what's going on and kind of like allowing yourself to be able to take that in. Like you said, it's so valuable to be able to do that, because like it's the same thing. I've had that before in terms of like video ideas for the brands and shorts and stuff like that, and then lad mate's been like, how the fuck did you come up with that? And it's like exactly what you said, and it's just like, what, how does your brain think like that? I'm like, I don't know, but do you know what I mean? Or I watch like an advert, same thing. You're right, you're definitely right.
There's an element of presence as well in it, because you know some people are just on autopilot.
Yes.
They're not actually deep in what's happening today. You lot might even have done something today that I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk about that in a way that you're not even seeing it. Do you get what I'm saying? I think, there's definitely an element of presence still. And I think the way I keep present is meditation and da-da-da-da. But yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. No, sorry, I'm just deep in how true that is.
Man's fun, yeah! Man's fun, the podcast,
do you want to do the blind ranking?
Okay, cool.
Yeah? Should we do the blind ranking? Let's have a look. Right, well, we've got two. We can do two, but I'm interested in the first one more so. So we're going to do singers. So I don't know what your interests or backgrounds or likes, dislikes are, but I've just put some singers in here, but you've got to rank them from, 1 to 5. But I'm going to say them randomly, and you've got to put them in that space without knowing the next one.
Whichever one sounds closest to Whitney, number one.
All right. Well, first we'll go Elton John.
Blind rank, as in like, where's he in the grand scheme of the?
Yeah. Where are you putting it? 1 to 5. Without knowing what's coming next.
Oh, as a singer, as an artist, as a what?
As a singer, or like you're, where you're like, he's cold, but like on a scale of 1 to 5.
As a singer, I'll say 5.
Okay.
There's loads of artists better than Elton John. I think he's a great artist, but there's loads of artists that are better singers than Elton John. 1,000,000%.
Madonna.
Oh shit! I should have. Okay, cast up. Okay, she'll have to go number 4 then.
Yeah. Okay. Robbie Williams.
Fuck. All right. Oh. But I feel like the people you might say after is like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's a techie one still.
Okay, Robbie Williams. It's just gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 at this point. Yeah, Robbie Williams, number 3.
Number 3. Okay. Luther Vandross.
I want to say number 1, but I'm thinking you're gonna bring some of that. he's gonna say Whitney. 2.
Okay. And then the last one, it's not Whitney, but it's Michael Jackson.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's alright, isn't it? Yeah.
I would say
I would just swap Madonna and Elton.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't rate Madonna?
Not like that, no.
Nah.
I think her songs were good, but as a singer, she's not a crazy singer. Like,
True.
you know what I mean? Like,
She brought a vibe though.
that's what I said. The songs are great,
Yeah.
but she's not a crazy singer. Like, you see me, my songs are great, but I'm not a crazy. I wouldn't even consider myself a singer. But my melodies, you're not beating my melodies. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what makes it so captivating. But I'm not a singer by any means.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Okay, cool. This is another interesting question. We asked all the artists, guests that come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's always so fucking interesting to see where people's minds go.
Okay.
So this is free reign, whatever you want to do with it, right? So you can do a concert anywhere. When I say anywhere, I mean literally anywhere. Like anywhere that you can imagine. Like you can make somewhere up, right? Mm-hmm. Like crazy. Because some people will be like, oh yeah, I'll do it down the road, mate. And I'm like, come on, be a bit more creative, come on. And you can have 3 artists performing with you. Well, it's like a little mini festival that you're performing, they're performing. They can be dead or alive. Where is it and who are they? It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Shit.
Yeah.
3. Okay, me and 3.
Yeah.
Shit. I'd have to do it somewhere where like what the fuck? This was just brilliant. No, this was just brilliant. This was just a brilliant place to be, regardless of the concert.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So maybe let's go Cape Verde.
Okay.
Maybe let's go Cape Verde.
Yeah.
And the people that are with me, that are performing with me, fucking hell, I don't want to say Whitney, bruv.
Why not? She's sick.
She's the GOAT, fam. She's the GOAT. But like in terms of lineup, like Cads and Whitney.
Yeah, get her on the train.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say. Ooh. I want to say Coldplay.
Oh, that's a shout.
I want to say Coldplay still. Coldplay are just like them artists that it doesn't matter what you like, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
It doesn't matter what you like. I don't care if you like gangster rap. I don't care.
100%.
Like, listen to the music, dog. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%. I've actually respect you so much for saying that. That's such a good take.
Coldplay is crazy, yeah. Coldplay. I mean, there's probably better people I'm not thinking of, but sure. Coldplay. Who else would I put there? Kanye,
Ooh. Coldplay, Chris Martin and Kanye as well. Damn.
Coldplay, Kanye for the rap element. And one more.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I know there's bare people that I'm just not thinking of.
It's tough, isn't it?
It's just not at the forefront of my mind. But I'm happy with those two choices for sure.
Yeah.
I think the third will be
Elton John. That's a good tune, though.
It's a good tune. Tame Impala. Oh, but they're too. But he's too like Coldplay though. They're too similar, aren't they?
What? That's I'm trying to think of that tune. Down, 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 down. That was a big tune.
He's made my favorite album of all time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
That album still. What's it called? Currents.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Currents. That's my favorite album of all time. Fuck. Coldplay, Kanye.
Any electronic artists? Electronic music at all? I don't know if you're into that or not, but
Daft Punk though.
oh, that's what I had in my head. I was hoping you were going to say that, and then you just said it. That's mad. Daft Punk.
No, you know who I put? Whoever made Lady, I put them on there.
Yeah, that's a big
them on
tune.
there
Big
still.
tune.
Yeah.
What are they called? Like Route 64, 70, 80, something?
No,
I can't remember.
Mojo.
Yeah, that's it.
Mojo, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that thing's crazy.
Wasn't the video like cartoons or something? Or am I thinking of Daft Punk? Oh, right. And they're like blue. The blue cartoon people. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Still. Oh, yeah. Oh, but they've only got that one song I like. There has to be a whole... Fuck. Coldplay, Kanye. And maybe... Oh, what's her name? Maybe Whitney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good lineup.
Yeah.
Kanye West, Whitney Houston, and Coldplay. I'm there. You sold me. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll take it. I'm going to have to pause for 2 seconds because I really need to go to the toilet, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're back. We need a little toilet break to the little boys' room, but we're back now. And so where do we leave off? So we had Coldplay, Kanye, Whitney Houston, Cape Verde, banging. I'll go. Sounds sick. And what's the move now then? Like in terms of like obviously you're doing your music. Actually, do you know what? Something I wanted to ask you. You seem you are very confident in your music, your ability. I mean, rightly so. Very talented, 100%. Do you want to talk your shit? Who have you like written songs for? Like, who are some people that we would know? Because you mentioned Mira. You talking about Mira May?
Yeah, I produced Regardless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was another song on that same project called My Way.
Mm-hmm.
I produced that as well. Jay Gray.
Okay.
Yeah. So I co-wrote and produced quite a lot for her as well, like Feelings. What else? Dream and Fool. Like yeah. So yeah, we've been, you know what I'm saying. What else did I produce? Don't Be a Up 1, Don't Be a Up 2. I write a lot with Miles in it. Miles from Kinshasa, and produce a lot as well. Mm-hmm. So all of his last music that came out, like No Return, No Refunds, was co-written and produced by me. Masterpiece. Have you heard Nighttime?
No.
Across your mind in the nighttime.
No.
You never heard that? What? That's a rhythm. What? That was when that song came, because this was like my first. Because you know, it's obviously man's like, I make urban music in it, but he was like trying to do the indie thing, which he's doing currently in it. And to me, it was just mind blowing. Like, let me enter this world. let's see what happens. And so I ended up making like basically like an indie rock song, but with like trap drums. you get
Really?
yeah, and like the sounds are like synths, like 80s synth, like it was just a whole blend of like what the fuck even is this?
Yeah.
But the song bang, do you know what I'm saying? I think that's one of my most proudest songs for sure. Or
Yeah.
productions anyway. Trying to think what else have I produced that you might know. Circles by Shay Lingo.
Rings a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My mind goes round in circles. Yeah, that one I produced that. What else did I produce? You know, like I got like a. Let me go to my thingy, my jig. I got like a whole list in it, like of like a produced by Kadiata playlist. It's on my Spotify.
I'll have to check that one out still.
Yeah, but yeah, there's bare stuff in here. No,
What? Who?
I don't even have signal. Yeah, don't worry. But yeah.
Signal's terrible in here.
Yeah.
So bad.
But yeah, there's a few joints though that man's been involved in. There's bare stuff for Sam that I produced, like 7 Foot. Yeah, there's a few still, yeah.
Yeah. And that, do you know what? That's what I find really interesting about like multifaceted like people that are in the music space. Because we were in the studio recently with C Bills. I don't know if you know C Bills.
No.
He's up and coming, but he's friends with JB, that guy I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
And we were in the studio with him, and we were with Ed's the producer. He's one of our boys. He's worked with like Bobby Schmurder and all these other people. Okay. But we were we were with an engineer who's made music for Travis Scott, but he's got a #1 record for like an indie rock band as well. Oh. So like that spread of music is so incredible. It's crazy. So it's just like, and that's the other thing as well. I have so much respect for people that are able to like broaden their horizons when it comes to the type of music they listen to and accept, because like I'm sure you know a lot of people as well where they're like they think they're too big man to like listen to certain music, and it's so jarring. I'm like, I bet you listen to it in a shower when you're getting ready, but then when you're like out and about, you're just like listening to fucking Talking the Hardest and Fredo on repeat, and it's just like, come on, man, you like a bit.
Hardest and Fredo is good though.
Oh
so,
no, of course.
But you know what it is? I don't know. I think some people just they just have a certain palette. You know what I mean? Some people like. Yeah, I don't know, because again, for me, the way I even started liking music point blank was listening to Robbie Williams on the radio. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know. I think different people just have a certain palette and they can gravitate. Like when I'm in my whip, like I'll just put it on shuffle, like my lax.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go from Robbie Williams to Fredo to ABBA to, do you know what I'm saying? And it's just, yeah, I just listen to everything and just like, yeah, this is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I respect it 100%. Yeah, we'll wrap it up soon, but just a quick question. What's your opinion on like house and electronic music and stuff like that? Because what I've been seeing massively at the moment is this big crossover of like hip hop and rap and like electronic music, and it's like kind of coming over. There's one guy I'll show you after. He's called C100. He's like a DJ from Australia. It was so annoying because I DM'd him and we started chatting and we were getting proper into a chat. And I was like, your music's incredible, because he does these crazy mashups. And I'm like, you need to come on the pod. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, where are you? Thinking he's like in North London. He was like, yeah, I'm in Sydney. And I was like, oh,
I'm in Sydney. I need to go to Australia, man. Australia looks sick. And everyone's strict to go there, but I barely want to go.
Yeah, I'm not about them spiders and that. It's not me. But yeah, no, I don't know if you like in listen
you know what?
To that
to keep it a buck.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's not for me. Yeah, for the most part, it's not for me. Still, the whole electronic thing and yeah, the this, that, and the other.
No,
However, there are a few like people that's like, yes, that. So for me, like the best example of this, that kind of music I can fuck with is like Calvin Harris.
Okay.
Like, you know, like when he's like making tunes with Frank Ocean and
yeah,
like for me that's like, oh, this
Slides
is sick.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? This is sick. This is the kind of electronic music, because it reminds me of like listening to Daft Punk back in those times. Because you know, in them times they used to make electronic music, but they used to sample.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And they don't really do that no more. Well, they do, but in a different way. And I don't know. I like the soul of the stuff from back in the day, and I feel like Calvin Harris is able to bring that soul without sampling somehow. And yeah, I like that kind of realm, like the slides and the what else did he bring out? That song called Feel. Who was on there?
Oh
yeah. So like that kind of era for me, that was like, okay, I like this kind of music still. But you know what? Recently I realized, I got a soft spot for 2000s dance music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like I heard one come on, and I was like, this is fucking hard. And then like, you know, like the Spotify radio. So the next one came on. I was like, oh yeah, this is fucking hard. And I proper like love these songs. Like, you know, like I'm trying to think, okay, so Kylie Minogue, Can't Get You Out My Head.
Yeah.
Banger.
Yeah, that's a big tune.
Like when you listen to the chords and the structure and like even when it goes like it's like what? Like the music ain't being made like that no more. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there's one next song by Sonique, I think. And you know the one that goes
yeah, that's a
bro,
big tune.
Them songs there.
That's a big
fucking
tune.
cold. And
Yeah.
I don't think music's being made like that no more. Still.
Nah, 100%.
Yeah, I realized recently, like very recently, I got a soft spot for that era. Still mad.
That's the thing, and I'll say one thing on that. Yeah. So basically, to touch on that, that world of music can be quite intimidating, and from what you hear commercially, like it can sound quite shit. But the reason why I know this is because I said to Zach, I said I don't like D&B. I think drum and bass is shit, right? And then he was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, it's just shit. It's just like, you know, you've got those guys and the MCs, and I'm like, and I'm like, nah, this is dead. And he's like, you do realise that's not what only D&B is. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you've got liquid drum and bass, you've got progressive drum and bass, you've got all these different types of D&B. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I was like,
I mean, D&B itself is a subgenre. Like it used to be jungle, innit?
Yeah. So then I was like, songs would come on. I'm like, oh, this is a banger. And he's like, you know, it's D&B, right? And I'm like, no, it's not. And he's like, yeah, that's a type of D&B. And I'm like, oh, really? And I'm like, oh, shit. And I delved into it and I'm like, okay, I like D&B now.
Okay.
It's just a little bit of it that I don't like.
Yeah.
So then I was just thinking, because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, an Amo piano type, housey type beat with like a soul.
I don't like Amo piano, man.
No.
Nah.
Really?
And I know people are going to be watching this like, really? I just don't like it, bro.
No, I hear you. I was just imagining.
You know the ones like,
well, maybe,
don't like it.
Well, maybe not Amapiano, but I'm thinking in my head like a summery house like type beat that's quite soulful, like nostalgic with your vocals in it. I think it would sound.
You know what? I've got one coming. I've actually got one coming. There's this producer called Sox. He's like a French producer.
Oh yeah.
And he made this rhythm. And it was given that summery Calvin Harris kind of vibe. I was like, yeah, I'll jump on this still.
Nice.
And it came out cold. It should be out like next year, I reckon.
Yeah. But I think that's what we're missing as well. Just that feel good music.
Yeah.
It's just
absolutely.
like, that's the thing I was saying this earlier. Like, the drill had its time and place, but I feel like it's just like fully died out now. Like so much. Even when you look at someone like, he's, you know, like M24. He would make his like dark like drill shit, but then he's made songs like Hero. I don't know if you've heard that. It's a banger, very good tune, but like he's just switching it up there as well. So
I feel like drill isn't even my thing either. Like, and a lot of people come up, because obviously I'm a British rapper, and a lot of people are like, why don't you jump on a drill thing? And I'm like, it's not authentic to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never really dived. You know what? Early drill, I've actually produced rhythms, like, you know, that early drill sound. I've produced rhythms from that era, and it's like it's out there and
big bass, boom, boom,
yeah. But the where drill went into, like, there's some songs that I like Digga D, No Diet.
Yeah, that's
that
a bang.
song is fucking
yeah,
cold.
yeah, that's a classic.
Cold. But for the most part, I don't know. It's not really for me still.
Yeah. No, I was saying this earlier actually. Like in the time we are now, there's only certain people that can still do drill and it sounds good. Like Russ, Tion Wayne, Digga D, M24, like those sorts of artists. But it's kind of died out from that perspective. But yeah, is there anything that you want to shout out? Anything upcoming that people need to look out for?
You know what I did want to say? Like, I've been having this conversation with everyone recently, and it's just about the music industry in general, like in terms of its value. Like I don't know, a few years ago. I mean, it was still shit, but in terms of like like the streaming platforms and whatnot. Like right now they're paying us like per million stream £1,700.
That's crazy.
So if I'm lucky enough to get 1 million streams, like wow, 1 million streams, I only get £1,700.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
So, and you know what it is? It's like back in the day, not even back in the day, but like a few years ago, it might have been like, oh yeah, you might get 4 bags for like 1 million streams, and maybe years before that, you might get a bit more.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's like just going down, and it's not like their user base is going down.
Yeah.
Do you guys say the user base is increasing? If any, it's like, why is this happening? Like, do you get what I'm saying? So yes, it's really been rubbing me the wrong way. Just because, like, obviously they'll tell you, yeah, we're here for the artists, but you're not though. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying the artists. Do you get what I'm saying? And even like this whole thing with Spotify, like with like up and coming artists, you know they don't get paid unless they get more than 1,000 streams now.
Really?
Yeah. So all of these thousands, millions of up and coming artists, if they're not getting 1,000 streams, yeah, you're not getting paid. That's crazy. Like, do you know how much money they just?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Thank
Like,
you.
so, yeah, I don't know. It's been rubbing me the wrong way still, because I think, yeah, people are not putting respect on the artists. Again, it's the same similar thing as I was saying earlier, but they're just not putting respect on the artists. So I think, yeah, man, I think the fans need to support the artists more. I think artists need to have alternate provisions. Do you know what I mean? Like, we need to have like a Bandcamp and stuff like that. Yeah, the fans go put money in the artist Bandcamp, man, car. Like, we really do, you know what I'm saying? We really care about this thing. And if you do as well, if you fuck with the music, support the artist, man, because, yeah, these streaming platforms just aren't. And again, it's like, I'm not saying don't go streaming platforms. I go streaming platforms, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? It's convenient. Like, it's like, what? All of my favorite artists in the world in one place, I can just play out. Like, it's a no-brainer. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But on top of that, yeah, man, just, do you know what I'm saying? Like, slap something in the Bandcamp, slap something in the whatever, buy the merch, buy the whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, let's survive.
Yeah.
As artists, let's survive still, cause yeah, they're boying it still. They're boying it.
Yeah, no, I hear that, and I feel like it's a blessing and a curse, 100%. But the blessing side of it is it's kind of forcing artists to be more creative in the sense of like, right, okay, how can I make more revenue? How can I make more cash? Yeah. But the natural way, the natural avenue that I feel like a lot of artists go down and creatives and stuff like that is being more real, authentic, raw, showing a little bit more of themselves, showing them like the fans more into the kind of process, like a little bit more about themselves, because you like, there's fucking millions of artists to pick from. So it's like, why would they pick me? And it's just like, okay, cool. If I can show myself off a little bit more, you know, in some content, do it behind the scenes, in the studio, doing this, doing that, and whatever, they're going to buy into it a little bit more. And then you can do stuff like, right, okay, cool, sign up to my Patreon, and you can get my music a little bit earlier. You can do, I don't know, you can do like a blockchain thing where you're selling like a NFT of your fucking. I know NFTs.
I still don't get that. I still don't get it.
Yeah, I know.
I've had like 1 million people explain it to me, bro. I'm like, but why can't you just play it, the rhythm? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why can't you just take a screenshot like of the monkey? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, cool. And maybe I'm just dumb in it. I don't know.
No, there'll be more utility for it. Like, I'm not gonna name any names, but there is a couple of people that we know that are making serious bread, doing this shit like in the background. It's not ready yet, but it will make more sense for artists and stuff like that, like later on down the line. It's just like that whole world is crazy. Like, we know people that are making like 60, 70 bags a month, and they're like 25. It's mental. Mental.
But you know what? With what you said, I'm with you, and I think you're absolutely right. However, I think there's artists on the opposite end as well, as in, because yeah, you're right. It's like it would therefore force you to have to be more creative business-wise. But then there's some artists that are taking it to the music as well, and that's why you're getting these in the moment songs, because it's like, right, how can I just get the most things today and then just get loads of those? Do you know what I'm saying? People, and that's what people are doing. So that, yeah, they'll just have like these very in the moment songs, and then it's like you forget about it. in a few weeks, and that's it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear that. I just think from like when people make music that means something to them, it's a personal thing to them. It comes from experience, from life, from trials and tribulations, whatever they've been through, right? So when they're creating these pieces of art and they're putting out this content or they're putting out this material for people to digest and listen to and have something that they can attribute their life to it and whatever, and it means something to them.
Yep.
There's a real window there for like them to actually go, this is who I am, and this is why you should continue listening to my music or go on my sort of journey. I'll tell you someone that does it very well. I don't know if you know Sam Tompkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that very well. He's very real, raw on camera, does videos, does content, and his fans fucking love him so much. But like, even if you're a hip hop artist or a rapper or this or that and whatever, you can still do that. Like, people can.
You know what it is as well, though? It's like, I fuck with Sam still, but you know what it is? It's like, I don't know, for me anyway, I don't know how much of my personal life, you know what I mean? Like, there needs to be a balance, like how much of your personal life you want to put in there still.
Oh no, of course.
And there's certain things that's like cool, like, do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man, yeah, man, I think some things are sacred for me.
Yeah, no, of course. But at the end of the day, like, you've got to think about it like this. There are things that people are interested in seeing, right? Remember fucking MTV Cribs back in the day? People were like, I want to see this fucking guy's house or whatever. You don't have to fucking show your house or anything like that. But it's more so a case of like, okay, I'll sit and film a music video for 12 hours, however long it takes. We were on a shoot the other day for that video I was telling you about. We weren't on set for that long, but they were on set for 13 hours, right? So it's like, okay, cool. You're putting in all that work. You're putting all that time, all that effort to make a 3-minute video. You're on camera, you're out there, you're going on stage in front of thousands of people, all this sort of shit. Why would you not, to capitalize on the market that you're in and bring more of that audience into you, more so than just a song that comes out and they listen to that and throw it away? Why would you not want to captivate them and bring them in a little bit more and go, okay, I'm in the studio. You can pick and choose what you put out there. You can film and edit it down. You can film for an hour and edit it down to like 10 minutes. But you allow them to see a little bit more than what other people are doing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I think you're right. You know what I will say, because I've struggled with this myself. But I think, I don't know, as a musician, like seeing how things are today, it's like I just look around and I'm like, I don't want to be a content creator, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't care less about all of these things. But however, I'm not dumb in it. I understand this is the way the industry's going and X, Y, Z. So it's like, all right, cool then. But fam, in my heart of heart, I don't care about content creation. Like, I make music. Like, where my talents are is behind the.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of this stuff it doesn't mean anything to me, but at the same time, you want your music to do well, you want to market, etc. Like, yeah, and I feel like a lot of artists shared this sentiment of like, yo, man's a beast behind the keys. I'm a beast behind the mic. I'm not. Do you get what I'm trying to? Do you get like, I don't care, bruv. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But
Swag for breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess, yes. Yeah, some of us got a twerk on camera.
I completely get that, 100%. Because when I started doing my brand, like, I was just like, I just want to make clothes. I don't even want anyone to know who the fuck I am. I just want to make sick clothes and have like cool rappers wear it in here. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's it. But then I started to realize, I was like, it was more on a deeper level in the sense of, when I'm doing my shit and people know who I am and they see my brand and they come to me and go, oh my God, what you're doing is sick. Like, that's so cool. Like, I remember, like, we'll speak about this a little bit more off camera, but I remember we had one of our mates staying here for a while, and then he had gone out, and then he'd bumped into someone from back home. So him and Zach lived like outside of London, and this guy was in London, and then he called us being like, oh, can I bring him back to the flat? We're like, yeah, cool. And he's from like kind of like out in the sticks sort of thing, and he's come back here, and then he's like, oh, what do you guys do? And then we're like, well, not what do you guys, because he knew Zach, but he was like, what do you do? And I was like, I run a brand, I'm doing it with Zach and this and that. And then he was like, what do you mean? And we told him all this shit, and he's like, what the fuck? That's fucking crazy. Because he did accountancy and like in the middle of nowhere. So he's like, what the fuck?
He did accountancy in the middle of nowhere. Man was fucking. Man was using branches to do the spreadsheets. And...
You ever seen Cars? You know the Disney film?
Yeah.
You know Mater?
Yeah.
Like that vibe. Like them vibes there. But
Hey, yo.
yeah, it's just mind blowing. So that kind of like, I'm not saying that was the sole purpose of why I wanted to start this shit, but it's just kind of like allowing, because there could be some like 14-year-old, 15-year-old girl or guy that watches the videos and goes, oh shit, I want to do that. And
No,
like I fuck with this guy because like that's fucking sick. And it's kind of like you have like this internal need and want to do what you do. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's being able to kind of like put a bit of that out there, not like loads. You control what you put out, but having a bit of that out there, and then even being able to inspire someone or something, it's a really valuable thing. Like I've had people message me going, people I've never spoken to. Like I had some random Asian girl from like Taiwan message me on Instagram being like, I love your content, I love your podcast, I love your videos. Please, please, please don't stop. Like keep going. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Okay, all right, cool, let's go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
for sure still. And we kind of touched upon this earlier when we said we are the ones that fly the flag for the people that never thought it was possible.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think you're right. I get that all the time as well. Like keep going, and it's like it's beautiful to know that someone actually sees it in that way of like, oh shit, any of these lot can just quit at any moment. This is too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, I think my favorite compliment is that I might do a song, yeah, that might get like, I don't know, something like 50,000 views, 50,000 streams. But then the residual in terms of like what people are saying about the song after, they might be like, this song changed my life.
Yeah.
This song gets me up in the morning. This song, for me, that's my favorite compliment. All of this, oh, this is sick. It's like, yeah, man, enjoy. Do you know what I mean? But when you say this song changed my life, it's like, okay, you understand the perspective I was speaking from now, and I understand where you're at, and we're like, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep going, kind of thing. Still, yeah. So for me, I think, yeah, that's my main thing. Still.
Yeah, no, I respect that 100%. Well, on that note, have you got any closing words? Have you got anything you wanna let the people know?
It's crazy. Nah, joking. No. I would closing words. Yeah, man. I would say, yeah, just go stream the music. Still, go stream the music. We're creating a whole new movement, which is to bring long-lasting music back, to bring good music back, to bring feel-good music back, and yeah, man. I'm gonna do my part. If any of you lot watching wanna get involved as well, we'd love to see like a whole generation of new artists come about and just let's change the landscape. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, man, go stream the music, go to my Bandcamp. Yeah, man, go support the artists that you fuck with as well as me. And yeah, man, thank you for inviting me onto the show, bro.
No, absolutely. It's been an absolute pleasure. You heard it here first. You gotta go and do that. Absolutely. Go stream the music. Go run it up. Go do what you have to do. We will be back soon with a new pod, with more content, with more clothes, more events, everything for your head top. So keep around, keep doing what you're doing, and we'll see you soon. Nice one. Lovely. Sick.
My God.